Knockout City Season 6 is just around the corner, and with it well on its way, it's about time I make my seasonal wish list. In this video, I'll be discussing things that I think should be in the game in Season 6. Or things that probably won't be in Season 6, but I'm going to ask for anyway because I'm a conceited little shit. With that out of the way, let me begin. First up on the list, because I will continue to ask for it every single season, give us more outfit slots. There's enough cosmetics in the game, I promise. It's time. It's time to have more than 3 slots. Private match upgrade. One of the other things that the community has been asking for several times. Even something as being able to pick the map and special ball would be huge for things like tournaments and custom games. Now, I briefly discussed crossovers in the last video. The two that I had mentioned were Apex Legends and Mass Effect, since those were both EA titles and easy to convert. But now that Knockout City's distancing from EA and becoming their own self-publisher, it's much more likely they'll do non-EA crossovers. In fact, they've actually confirmed they're doing a non-EA crossover in Season 6. Now, as to what that is, I don't really have any idea. But if it's one crossover that I'd really want to see for this game, it would have to be Cowboy Bebop. Which I know seems like a weird choice, but when you look at Cowboy Bebop and then you look at Knockout City, it just makes sense, you know? In my last video, I also talked about events. Season 5 had some pretty decent events. Granted, they were just minor alterations to pre-existing ones, but they were still pretty good. But if it's one new event that I still want to see, it's gotta be Oddball. For those of you who don't know, Oddball is a popular Halo game mode that I think would really work well in the context of Knockout City. I mean, it's an oddball. I made the same point in my last video, it just makes sense, come on! As far as other game modes go, I want to see more game modes where they kind of toy around with the inner mechanics of the game. What if everyone had 3 hearts instead of just 2? What if everyone had 1 heart instead of just 2? What if there was only ever 1 ball on the stage at any given time? What if you could only KO with that ball? What if there's only 1 person on the team that you can actually get points out of? Small changes like this are what give the game variation, and much needed variation at that, since Knockout City can be a very repetitive experience. Now, there are a couple things about League play that I'd like to change. Now, I can understand why Face-Off was removed in Season 3. There weren't enough people playing it for it to warrant being kept around as a competitive mode. However, now that the game's going free to play, I'd really appreciate it if it was brought back, since at least 12 more people will be playing it than usual. The other change that I would very much appreciate is if you wouldn't get penalized for losing a 2v3 game. Personally, I don't find it fair, and so do a lot of other people. Alas, it's that time of the video again, time for me to ask once again for story mode. Knockout City having a story mode would be widely beneficial for the game, even if it's its own separate expansion that has nothing to do with the base game. I know I speak for the community when I say that we would so enjoy it, especially the boss fights. That's definitely not just me. That's gonna do it for this video. There's a lot of smaller stuff that I think should still be added, but I wanted to address a lot of the bigger concerns that I had first. Anyway, since you made it to the end of the video, why not subscribe so you can watch my new videos too? I'm posting every single day of the year, and I'm getting very, very close to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see all of you in tomorrow's upload.